Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to the Sunny Daze Podcast. That's all good vibes, great stories, and just the right amount of magic. I'm your host, Jolly, and here we go. Our first segment today, the butterfly effect. Well, think small hands, big impact, and the wonder of tiny hearts doing mighty things. Okay, so gather around the sunshine because today's story is fluttering in straight from kindergarten in a classroom in Wisconsin. And it's got wings and glitter and the kind of joy you wish you could bottle up and wear like perfume. So get this. Over the course of 6 weeks, these tiny little kindergartner scholars, and I do mean tiny, took on a very scientific mission of raising caterpillars into butterflies. And not just a few, 150 monarch butterflies. These little hands gently cared for the wriggly little caterpillars, watched them cocoon, and then, like magic, celebrated the great moment of transformation. And how'd they mark that big day? Well, with a full-blown butterfly bon voyage party. Wings, glitter, and yes, cupcakes. Honestly, I'd like to attend this event every year. RSVP me for the frosting and feelings, please. But my absolute favorite part, one of the kids, in full sincerity, said, I hope they go to Butterfly College. Honestly, the same. Let them major in flower hopping and graduate with honors and gentle breezes, right? This story was more than just cute to me. It's a reminder that the smallest among us are capable of big, beautiful things, that nurturing can be powerful, that science can look like play, and that every release, whether it's a butterfly or a dream, starts with care and patience. So, what are you gently raising in your life right now? What dream or goal or idea is slowly cocooning, waiting for its wings? You know, the butterfly effect starts sometimes with glitter and cupcakes in a classroom full of wonder. All right, our next segment today, well, the Turtle Taxi Chronicles. Throw in a little love and invention and the slowest joyride of your life. Let me introduce you to Mr. Scooter, a 95-year-old tortoise who is starting to feel the weight of those glorious golden years. His arthritis has him moving slower than molasses on a cold day, but luckily, Mr. Scooter has someone in his corner who's just as legendary. His 83-year-old human, lovingly referred to as Grandpa Tinkerer. Now, this grandpa, he didn't just toss Scooter a lettuce leaf and call it a day. Oh, no, sir. He built his shelled bestie a full-blown electric chariot. Joystick operated, mind you. Think Mario Kart in a garden mode, okay? Mr. Scooter now cruises through the backyard like a slow-motion Formula One driver. Wind in his non-existent hair, pulling up from strawberries like they'd pit stops and pausing for belly rubs, which I'm still trying to figure out where exactly on a tortoise that happens, but we support it. And the neighborhoods, the dogs utterly baffled. And Mr. Scooter, he's thriving, zooming, glowing up the every joystick twist there is. So what's the big lesson in our sunny day moment here? Never count out the slow and steady, especially when love comes with a soldering kit, right? Because he made him a really cool deal. Also, never underestimate the power of creativity fueled by affection. This wasn't just an invention, it was a love letter in wheel form, a reminder that even in our later years, heck, especially then, there's room for joy rides and solutions and a little wild whimsy, right? So, what chariot are you building for someone you love? Is it a kind word or a surprise visit, a little gadget, or just showing up with your full heart and some strawberries? Because love moves sometimes slowly, sometimes electrically, but always, always forward, right? All right. And this week, let's do a special shout out, I'd like to the timeless, talented Connie Francis. She's glamour, grit, and the girl who made Who's Sorry Now echo through generations. So, all right, my dazzling Sunny Days listeners, it's time for a musical shout out. And today we're bowing our heads and maybe fluffing our petticoats for a voice that defined an era, the one and only Miss Connie Francis. She was America's sweetheart with a songbook full of emotion, from heartbreak to hope, from dreamy first loves to tear-stained goodbyes. Connie had a way of singing what we all felt, even if we didn't know how to say it ourselves. Whether it was stupid Cupid giving us playful fab, or where the boys are, setting the scene for summer dreams. Connie didn't just sing songs, she left fingerprints on memories. With a career that soared in the 50s and 60s and a resilience that carried her through challenges off stage too, Connie Francis is a reminder that talent paired with truth never fades. So today, Miss Connie, from all of us here in the Sunny Days Lounge, we thank you. We're still singing along, sometimes off key, but always from the heart. Now, go ahead and dust off that record player, fan, or pull her up on your playlist, and let Connie bring a little sparkle to your soul today. So now let's do a movie spotlight, shall we? How about back from 1978? An absolute favorite, Grease, Summer Nights, High School Heights, and the musical that never gets old, never gets old. All right, my movie-loving crew, slide into your saddle shoes, slick back that hair, and grab a milkshake, because today's Sunny Days movie spotlight is taking us all the way back to 1959, by the way, of 1978. We're talking about the one and only Grease, the musical that made high school look way more fun than it ever was, and made us secretly want to join a gang as long as we got to sing about it. Okay, so breaking it down, we've got Danny Zuko. He was the leather jacket, too cool for school, but hiding a heart of gooey love. And we've got Sandy Olsen. Oh, sweet and pure, new girl energy with a side of tell me about it, stud. Together, they gave us summer loving and enough hair gel to sponsor a decade. From the halls of Rydell High to the halls of our hearts, this movie had everything. Had iconic songs like Hopelessly Devoted to You, You're the One That I Want, Greased, Lightning, there's so many. The dance numbers that made you want to twist and shout and slightly pull a hamstring, maybe. A cast of characters you'll never forget. Rizzo, Frenchie, Connected, and even the mysterious teen angel himself. But Grease wasn't just a musical, it was a vibe. It captured the feeling of growing up, figuring yourself out, and maybe, just maybe, transforming into leather pants to get the guy, though we're not recommended that this was actual life strategy. Okay, folks? So, takeaway, Grease reminds us that love and friendships and a catchy beat can get you through anything, even an awkward cafeteria moment, and flying cars. And sometimes you gotta let loose, be bold, and sing your truth at the school carnival. So here's a little question to leave you with. If you were in Greece, would you be a pink lady, T-bird, hanging out behind the bleachers with a book and a shake? No judgment. We're all cool cats here, all cool cats. Moving on to our music spotlight. Let's go with Olivia Newton-John, Light, Love, and Legacy. A voice that healed, a star that soared, and a heart that never stopped glowing. So today's Sunny Day shout out, Miss Olivia, joyful and a little misty-eyed, because you're honoring a woman who brought love, light, and limitless talent to every stage she ever touched. From Aussie country, Miss Olivia Newton-John roots to global pop stardom. She wasn't just an entertainer, she was a whole mood. That voice, pure sunlight. That smile, enough to light up a whole decade. And that spirit, unshakably kind. She had danced her way through into cinematic history as the lovable Sandy in Grease, the role that made Leather Pants legendary and gave us Hopelessly Devoted to You, a song that still shatters hearts with grace. And then she gave us a glitter bomb fantasy, Xanadu, a roller skating disco muse about Mount Olympus. Only Olivia could pull that off and make it iconic. And the music. Oh, honey, let's go there. Physical and aerobics anthem, so fierce it practically invented gym playlists, right? Have you never been mellow? A song hug in soft form. I honestly love you. A whisper of vulnerability that became her signature ballad. Whether it was country or pop or something cosmic in between, Olivia could carry a tune in your soul with it. But beyond the spotlight, Olivia Newton-John was a warrior. She faced cancer more than once and still used her voice to advocate, uplift, and heal. She founded the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Wellness and Research Center because she didn't just fight for herself, she fought for others. She taught us that strength can look like softness, that resilience can shine with rhinestones, and that aging gracefully isn't just possible, it was glorious. Yes, yes. So Olivia Newton-John didn't just live, she glowed. And while she may have left this earth, her music, her warmth, her fight for love and healing, those will echo forever. So today we'll raise our voices again, and maybe our leg warmers, in honor of Olivia. Thank you for your joy, your grace, and your legacy. Most of all, thanks for that light. All right, up next, how about 7 fun and funky music facts did you know from every corner of the soundscape? All right, did you know that Mozart was a child pop star of the 1700s? By the age 5, he was already composing and performing for royalty like it was no big deal. Imagine a toddler dropping a symphony instead of a mixtape. Talk about a banger in britches. All right, did you know the most expensive musical instrument ever sold? It was a Stradivarius, I hope I'm saying that right, violin. It was sold for 15.9 million. That's right, one violin. Wow. And did you know that hip hop has been to space? It has. NASA astronauts have taken rap music with them aboard the space shuttle. Imagine floating in zero gravity while bumping Tupac. Now that's real elevation. And did you know there's a genre of music written for cats? Yep. Scientists have composed feline-friendly tunes using purring and kitten-style tempos. Some cat vibe, huh? Some may judge about that. All right. How about the last did you know? Did you know in 2014 a song titled Ah 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 Ah, very good song, hit iTunes charts, and it's literally 10 minutes of silence. Or why? People downloaded it so their car wouldn't start playing loud music as soon as they plugged in their phones. It's genius. Quiet genius. And now, a Jolly Chat original. Toon Tangled, the brothers who fell into the TV. Okay, so meet Max. He's 10. He's the older brother. Thinks he's a genius, allergic to rules, owns 34 rubber bands, and won't say why. And then there's Leo. He's 7, the younger brother. Sweet but sneaky, snack master. Believes socks are optional in all situations. And then there's the TV. The old boxy set with bunny ear antennas and a secret. It was just a regular Saturday morning. Max had the remote. Leo had a bowl of cereal taller than he was, and the living room was filled with comforting hum of cartoons. But then, zip, boom, ka-ching, the TV sparkled, the screen swirled, and before they could say what the, they were sucked straight into the TV like 2 rogue pixels on a run. Suddenly, everything was different. Max looked down and grasped. Bro, why do I have 4 fingers? Cleo giggled. Why are your knees bouncing like jelly beans? They landed inside an old-timey black and white cartoon. Think 1930s rubber hose animation. Every movement was bouncy. There was musical sound effects with everything, and a cheerful narrator was apparently tracking their every move. And so the boys find themselves in Doodleville, where logic goes to nap and cartoons come to clap. And the adventure began. They dodge singing teacups, argue with a grumpy piano who thinks he's a philosopher, and ride a wiggly train called the Wiggle Express that only travels in figure eights. Every time they try to find a way out, another fantastic obstacle pops up. A pie throwing contest with a sassy squirrel named Miss Buttercup, a dance off with a mustache raccoon in tap shoes, and a chase scene through a funhouse mirror maze where Max keeps turning into a giraffe and Leo turns into a jelly bean. Only temporary, we think. And the turning point. They finally meet the cartoon conductor, an old-timey cartoon version of their Grandpa Joe, who tells them the only way out is to think like a cartoon and laugh your way home. So the brothers stop fighting, start giggling, and team up in a full Looney Tune fashion, bouncing, squashing, stretching, and turning the nonsense into teamwork. Just as if they ride a flying banana back toward the screen, Max shouts, "Wait! What if we land back in someone else's cartoon?" Leo shrugs, throws the popcorn in the air, and yells, "Yo!" as they soar into the static. With a final kapoof, they're blasted back into their living room, covered in pie crust, wearing bow ties and one sock each. The TV was off, silent, still. But Leo turns to Max and says, "Want to do it again next Saturday?" And Max grins, "Only if we bring goggles this time." The end, at least for this week. All right, beautiful souls, that's a wrap on today's Sunny Days. Remember that kindness is contagious, joy is a choice, and a little bit of magic is hiding in the everyday, if you're just willing to look for it. So keep shining, keep smiling, and until next time, stay sunny, stay golden, and most importantly, stay you.